1, 2, 3. Go! just you just need to figure out a way to like channel them into more energy and so on. So I felt like before the game everyone was nervous and felt like we shook it off quite quickly and got into a groove, and once we got by that first 5 minutes we just rolled, and we channeled those nerves into energy and played together as a team.
It was coming out 7-0 on them in like the first quarter. It really kind of boosted our confidence a little bit. I think a lot of guys were going in nervous to the game, kind of like first hard opponent, but I think we get up that early and that by that much and kind of beat them by that much. It shows how much that we can really play. And like our defense, they even say that even though we beat them 17-7, the defense said they had a bad game. So that just shows you like the standards that we're holding ourselves to.
Our offense played really well. Our defense went in with a goal of, because we had all watched the Portsmouth and Winnacunnet game on FNLH. So our goal on defense was to allow 6 or less, but we let in 7. So in terms of defense, we kind of felt like we let ourselves down in that game. But the offense played really well and pulled it out, and it was nice to have a win against like a strong opponent.
About as well as it could go. We played really well, but we also got to learn some things. Coming into the season, we've been talking an awful lot about defense, and we wanted to see our defense step up, improve some things, see if we had some depth there, and I think we do. On offense, we've had, in 2 games, we've had over 10 guys in each game score at least a point. That's a good sign. We're spreading the wealth around. Guys are getting touches.
It's great, the feeling of just being part of the team, just passing the ball, and then them just putting it in the back of the net and you can just rely on them to get it done and not like throw it away and then have to go back on defense like right away. So it's great.
I know that we're going to be a good team, and I know that we're going to do great things with the players that we have and our team chemistry. But it's just something to look back on. Last year we weren't really doing this much as we are this year. It's definitely the same team both years. We've definitely built on it. Built on this program, built on the culture of these guys. So it's definitely something that we've gotten a lot better at. But no, I don't really think it's very surprising to me. A lot of it is, chemistry-wise, we just know where everyone's going to be. We know, quick ball movement, one pass, you catch it on right here, moving it across, just that practice. In practice, outside of practice, we're all friends. We all know each other. We know how to, build up. If we're having a down game, we know how to build each other up. So it's a lot of that stuff, just chemistry on and off the field. And, I think that kind of takes us to that next level.
From last year into this year, we've worked a lot on our 2 slides, and we've focused on like one-on-one man-to-man defense, and we've gotten our middies to also tone in with our our base defense together. So it's just been great for us to see all of our improvement and how far we've progressed.
It's also a product, though, of the way that the whole team is playing as a whole, athletically and on between the lines, in the face-off circle. All those things add up to that sort of your offense becomes your defense at that point, right? If you're faster, if you're stronger, if you're picking up ground balls, if you're riding really well, right? That's all part of the defense, right? And that all plays into it, so that at the end of the game your defense is more rested. Their legs are better because they haven't had to play those long stretches of time. And also in the moments that we've had to play subtle 6-on-6 defense, the defense has been able, like I said, press out, get out on hands, create turnovers, things like that. And then once we have the ball, we've been very efficient with it in the offensive end in terms of putting it in the back of the net. So, yeah, that is a concern. Like, if eventually we are going to run into a team that probably will be able to match that, and our team will have to step up. But we've seen really good signs so far of the defense being able to hold up and do those things. Being able to play with speed, play with intensity, play with physicality, but in a good way. And I think that's really surprised me. And not just the number of guys that we can play, but the way that they're producing, right? We talked about the over 10 guys a game, recording points in the offensive end of the field in meaningful moments. I think we're playing more guys at midfield than I've ever played before. And that's been an interesting challenge to kind of work that into the game plan, but they all deserve it. They're all playing well, and the minutes when they do get out there, they're producing.
Really just play and make the most out of the 2 practices we have and prepare for the opponents we have. So the practices it's not as much like just playing lacrosse, it's scouts and all that, and running the other team's offense and getting prepared for them. I mean, the 2 games later this week, we'll be preparing for Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be practicing whatever they're doing and how to prepare for them. So it's just 2 important games, and we just need to look at it that way and treat the practices like that.
Take it a game at a time. We get our scout, and then we just look at it and study what we need to do before every practice. And then we try to implement it into our offense, so when they're running against the defense, or if the defense is running at the offense, just to match the other team, and then just implement into the game.
I think they're excited to kind of be what it really, with the team we have this year, it means more opportunities for guys to get into the game, to get action, to test themselves. In a normal year, I think if we didn't have the depth that we've had, it'd be a super challenging week, right? Just even if the opponent isn't as strong, you start to get tired, attrition, people get banged up, and then by the end of the week, you're playing what we expect to be a really strong opponent. You'd be nervous about that. I think this year, it's more of an opportunity to get more guys involved and get guys ready, so that when we do have to play on Friday, we can play a lot of guys and have that as an advantage for us this year. So even though the weather's not great today, the guys are excited to get out there against another opponent.
Michael, 5-minute mark.